Hello everyone. In today's video lecture, we are going to discuss about multidimensional array using numpy. Let's move ahead. So in last few lecture, we already discussed about some of the concept regarding numpy arrays. Like we are having two types of arrays, single dimensional array and multidimensional array. Then how to work with numpy array. Then 5 ways of creating numpy arrays. 5 ways of creating 1D numpy arrays, and then mathematical operation on arrays. Then we discuss comparing arrays, how to compare two arrays, right? Then aliasing, viewing, and copying of the array concept we discussed. Then what do you mean by slicing and indexing, and how we can apply the slicing and indexing concept on 1D array, we already discussed. After that, we discuss about the dimension of the array. We are having 1D array, 2D array, 3D array, or multidimensional array, right? Then we are having attribute of the array. We are having 6 attribute of the array, numpy array, we discussed in last lecture. Then reshape method, flatter method, and broadcasting. So hope you understand all this topic well. If not, then please visit my previous video lecture, right? So today we are going to discuss about multi-dimensional array, how to create multi-dimensional array using NumPy. So as you all know, 2D array and 3D array or 4D array or ND array are all known as multi-dimensional array. So what is 2D array? 2D array contain more than one row and one column, and it can be treated as a combination of several 1D array. Likewise, what is 2D array? 2D array is also considered as a matrix. For example, a 2D array with m rows and n column is known as m into n matrix. So we can say matrix is nothing but a 2D array and vice versa. So now in next slides, we are going to discuss about how to create multi-dimensional array using a 4 function defined in NumPy. The first one is using array function. Second one using ones and zeros function. Third one using I function, and fourth one using a reshape function. Means total we are going to discuss total 4 ways of creating multi-dimensional array. Right? Previously, in previous video lecture, we discussed how to create 1D array using different methods. Now in today's video lecture, we are going to discuss how to create multi-dimensional array using these 4 functions. Okay, let's take one by one in detail. So this is using first function, array function. How can I write a 1D array with one row? This is the syntax. A is equals to array, and then array is the name of the function defined in numpy module, right? So first we need to import that module, and then I write a is equals to array 1 2 3 4. Means here I'm creating 1D numpy array, right? And in next line a is equals to array and in the square bracket 1 2 3 4 and then 5 6 7 8. Means I'm creating 2D array with 2 rows and 4 columns. So if you run this program, if you write a program here and run, then output of the second statement will be a 2D array, right? So element are displayed in 2 rows and 4 columns. If you run this program, if you write a Python code and run, then output is displayed in 2 rows and 4 columns. But what happened? The internal memory allocated to all these elements would be in the form of single row containing 8 blocks, right? Single row containing 8 blocks, and the elements are stored in the contiguous memory location as shown in this figure, right? So 1 2 3 4 of one row and 5 6 7 8 of the another row, and array index represents 0 0 first element, 0 1 0 2 and 0 3, and next one is 1 0 1 indicate a second row, 1 0 means second row first column, like all other elements are represent in a linear way in a contiguous memory location. So okay, so in this way we can use array function to create multi-dimensional array. Next one, the ones and zero function to create multi-dimensional array. So what happen in one function? One function is used to create 2D array with several rows and column where all elements will be taken as a one. As the name suggests, the ones function. The ones means what? All the element would be one, right? The format of writing this function is you write once is a keyword, and in the bracket you need to pass the argument r, c, again in the bracket, and the type, right? So here r indicate number of rows, c represent number of column, and d type represent the data type of the element in the array, right? So using this statement, once and in the bracket rc comma d type, you can create a 2D array, and all the elements of 2D array are 1, right? Likewise, just one function, you can create 2D array using zeros function. As the name suggests, zeros means all the element of the array will be zeros. For example, suppose I am writing b is equals to zeros 3 comma 4 comma int means what? A array 2D array consists of 3 rows, 4 column, and all the elements are 0, right? So this is very simple how to create multi-dimensional array using ones and zero function. Next slide is about I function. How we can apply the I function to create multi-dimensional array. So I function create a 2D array and fills the element in the diagonal with ones. The general format of using the function is I, and then in the bracket write n, and data type d type is equals to data type. Means a diagonal element will be created using I function, and the value of diagonal element will be 1, and all other elements will be 0. Suppose I am writing syntax a is equals to I function and in the bracket 3, right? Only one argument I am giving, data type I am not giving. If you are not mentioning data type, then by default system will create a data type as a float, right? So I3 means 3 rows, 3 columns will be there, and each element will be 1, right? So for applying I function, what happen? The shape of the array should be, for number of rows and number of column will be equal, right? Next method of creating multi-dimensional array is using reshape function, right? So reshape function is useful to convert 1D array into multi-dimensional 2D or 3D array. The syntax of writing reshape is reshape, and then you need to write the array name and then n, r, and c, right? So n indicates the number of arrays in the resultant array, and rc indicates the number of rows and number of column, right? Suppose I am having one 1D array with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Total 6 elements are there, and I want to convert this 1D array into 2D array. So that in 2D array I am having 2 rows and 3 columns. I can use the reshape method here, right? So b is equals to reshape. What is the original array? A is a 1D array, right? With a sixth element, and I want to convert this 1D array to 2D array. So here I mentioned 2 comma 3 means in 2D array I want 2 rows and 3 column, means the elements are distributed 1, 2, 3 in one row and 4, 5, 6 in another row, right? Now it is also possible to convert 1D array into 3D array using reshape function, right? So suppose I'm writing one statement a is equals to arrange 12. As you already know, arrange method is one of the method of creating 1D numpy array, right? So suppose I write a is equals to arrange 12. So what will be the output of this function? 12 element starting from 0 to 12 minus 1, 11. Total 12 elements are present in 1D array. Now what I want using reshape method, I want to convert this 1D array with 12 elements into 3D array, right? So how can I write the function b is equal to reshape is the name of the function, and in the bracket give the name of 1D array, and in another bracket you give 3 arguments. The first argument represent number of 2D array. If you are creating 3D array, then first argument represent number of 2D array, means 2D arrays will be there. Then each 2D array consists of 3 rows and 2 columns. So what will be the output? Here these 12 elements are distributed. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 belongs to one 2D array, and next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 belongs to another 2D array. And again in first 2D array, the elements are divided into 3 rows and 2 columns. And again the same thing is there with the second 2D array. So this is about how we can use the reshape function to create multi-dimensional array. Means you need to convert 1D array into 2D array or 1D array to a 3D array using reshape function. So hope you understand all four method of creating multi-dimensional array in NumPy. Okay. So all my slides are prepared from Dr. R. Nageshwar Rao, Core Python Programming, second edition, Vile India Kindle edition. Thank you very much for listening this video lecture. Right. If you have any queries, then you can mail me on mariam.javadwala@vcet.edu.in. Bye. Take care. Khuda Hafiz.